Descendants 5, The Legacy Returns. Thunder rolls over the dark ocean. A single candle flickers in the ruins of the Isle of the Lost. A whisper breaks the silence. Every story of light has a shadow. The camera slowly pans across shattered statues of heroes once celebrated, their names carved into stone, now cracked and fading. Lightning strikes, and for just a second, we see a familiar silhouette Mal, her eyes glowing violet through the darkness. The air feels heavy, like magic that was never meant to wake again. Something is returning. Not hope, not love, but something older, colder, something that remembers every sin ever cast away from Auradon. His screen fades from black to a haunting landscape, the Isle of the Lost, forgotten and broken. The wind howls through empty streets where laughter once lived. Rusted gates creak open as if pushed by unseen hands. The camera moves slowly toward a cracked mirror lying in the dirt. Inside it, a reflection flickers, a glimpse of Mao from years ago, smiling, free, full of light. Then the mirror shatters, a voice echoes soft, tired, familiar. Peace never lasts forever. Mal stands on a cliff, her purple hair whipping in the storm. Behind her, the ocean glows with strange energy, as if the barrier that once divided the worlds is trembling. She looks down at her hands, magic flickers at her fingertips, wild and unstable. Something has changed. Cut to flashes of Auradon, the palace bright and golden, children laughing, guards patrolling. But in the shadows, something stirs, a dark mist crawling across the walls. A crown falls from its pedestal. The laughter stops. Mal walks through the halls of her castle, her eyes scanning old portraits, Evie smiling beside her, Jay's grin, Carlos frozen in time. She whispers, "We built a new world. But maybe we forgot the old one still remembers us." The music swells, deep drums, echoes of a heartbeat. The sky above Auradon turns gray. Birds scatter as a voice whispers, "The isle was never truly silent. It was waiting." Mal turns toward the ocean again, her reflection merging with the storm clouds. Her voice is calm but filled with dread. "If this is the beginning of the end, then I'll face it." The screen fades to black. Then one final flash, the shadow of a dragon's wings across the moon, title card. Descendants 5, The Legacy Returns. The calm skies above Auradon break apart like glass, and a strange storm rolls in from the sea. Magic hums in the air, wild, unfamiliar, and angry. People look up in fear as streaks of black lightning strike the castle towers. In the distance, the Isle of the Lost glows faintly, pulsing like a beating heart. Something long buried is waking up. Mal stands on the palace balcony, her face pale in the glow of the storm. Her crown trembles in her hand as she whispers, "The barrier. It's breaking." The sound of cracking glass fills the air, not from a window, but from the very edges of reality. Across the horizon, a dark mist begins to take form, swirling into shapes that almost look human, eyes, claws, memories of villains who once ruled the isle. A council gathers inside the palace, Evie, calm but frightened. Jay, tense and ready to fight. They stare at an ancient map as glowing cracks spread across it. The magic of the barrier, the one that separated good from evil, is fading fast. "It's not just the isle," Evie says quietly. "The darkness is inside Auradon now." Cut to flashes of chaos, enchanted vines crawling through the city, mirrors whispering secrets, statues moving on their own. The children of heroes run, confused and scared. Something unseen watches them, whispering, "You thought you could erase us." Meanwhile, deep within the ruins of the isle, new figures rise. Young faces, but eyes that burn with an old hunger. The descendants of forgotten villains, children of shadows. One of them steps forward, holding a charm that glows with firelight. "Our parents lost their crowns," she says coldly, "but we'll take them back." Back in Auradon, Mal looks into the sky. She can feel their power calling to her, tempting her. For the first time in years, she feels fear. Not for herself, but for what she might become again. The storm rages louder, and the ground shakes beneath her feet. A voice echoes through the windlow, ancient and familiar. "You cannot stop what was promised." Mal's eyes flash purple as she raises her hand, summoning her magic. The screen fades to black as a single word whispers through the thunder. Descendants will fall. The morning after the storm feels strange. The sky glows a dull orange, neither day nor night. Smoke drifts across Auradon's gardens where the golden statues once stood proud, now cracked, their eyes dark. In the silence, a single voice whispers, every legacy leaves behind its echoes. Inside the great hall, Mal stands before a group of young faces, the children of heroes, but also of villains. They're uncertain, eyes wide with fear and curiosity. The air feels thick with questions they're too afraid to ask. Mal looks at them, remembering her own days as the villain's kid. She smiles faintly, though the pain behind her eyes tells another story. You've all heard the tales, she says. But now, you'll live them. Among the group, one girl steps forward fierce and restless. The daughter of Dr. Facilier, shadows seem to move around her, obeying her mood. Another boy, with silver hair and golden eyes, stands silently at her side, tracing glowing runes into the air. They're the next generation born in a world trying to forget its own darkness. Mal leads them into the training grounds where sparks of magic shimmer through the fog. She moves gracefully, teaching control, but her voice trembles with memory. Magic doesn't choose sides, she warns. It only obeys the heart that wields it. The young descendants exchange glances, their fear shifting into determination. For the first time, they realize the battle ahead isn't just against monsters, it's against who they might become later. Mal stands alone at a memorial stone carved with Carlos's name. She brushes her fingers across it. You believed we could change, she whispers, and maybe. That's the only reason we still can. A soft wind moves through the trees, almost like an answer dot as twilight falls. The young heroes gather once more. They ignite torches, their flames forming a circle of light in the dark courtyard. The camera pans above them, revealing their shadows stretching long and sharp across the ground, some reaching toward Mal's. Intertwining like a promise, Evie's voice echoes softly from the distance. This is our legacy now. Mal raises her torch, her eyes glowing bright violet once more. Then let's protect it. Together. Lightning flashes, and in that instant we see it, a reflection of new heroes standing where their parents once stood. The legacy isn't over. It's just beginning. The wind howls through the ruins of Auradon as the final night begins. The moon burns red, its light cutting through clouds like blades. The once peaceful kingdom trembles under the weight of forgotten magic. Everywhere, shadows twist into life, faces half-formed, eyes gleaming with hunger. The screen flickers between chaos and silence, like the world itself is holding its breath. Mal stands at the heart of it all, surrounded by fire and fear. Her violet aura pulses with energy she can barely control. It's happening, she whispers. The curse has found us. Behind her, Evie and Jay fight through waves of enchanted soldiers' villainous echoes. Fragments of souls once trapped in the isle, each strike of their weapons sends sparks into the air, lighting up the battlefield like fireworks of destruction. From the depths of the storm, a voice calls out, ancient, layered with anger and sorrow. You stole our destiny. Now we'll steal your world. The clouds part to reveal a figure cloaked in black flame, the heir of Maleficent, risen from the ashes of betrayal. The villain's eyes mirror Mal's own like two sides of the same curse. Lightning explodes between them as the world shakes apart. Mal transforms, wings unfolding in a storm of violet fire. The sky ignites as dragon meets shadow, mother's legacy against daughter's ghost. Every roar shakes the kingdom. Every flash burns another memory. For a moment, she falters, seeing herself in the reflection of her enemy's eyes. You are what I could have become, she whispers. The final montage erupts, the new heroes racing through collapsing bridges. Evie clutching a wounded friend, the young descendants uniting in defiance. Flames, tears, magic, and through it all, the haunting sound of a clock striking midnight. Time is running out, the screen fades to black. A single ember floats in the dark. Then Mal's voice returns, low, determined, fierce. If darkness wants a war. A beat of silence. It's got one. The Disney logo burns into gold and shadow, the tagline rising through smoke. Descendants 5: The Legacy Ends Where It Began, coming 2025.